All right, well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Depression Session podcast. It is me, Weedman, the only one here this week, once again. Um, the other boys have been really busy. Things have been really busy and hectic in life. So it's just me again this week, like I said. I'm really trying to get the other boys on this. They'll be on it. They'll be back soon. Uh, Things have just been really busy. Ralph finished. He finally finished yesterday, actually, moving into his new place. So he's all getting situated still. And the idea is hopefully we'll use his new space to record, but that's, still in the works, obviously. So he's doing good. Hallmark's still just been doing those Hallmark things with work and investing and all of that. And then Pool Boy, Pool Boy's been Pool Boy, and we love the man. uh, Me and him have still been working on the Cuphead videos, which funnily enough, tomorrow or the day this comes out, um, we'll be doing a in-person all-day marathon of Cuphead and finishing the game, trying to finish the game to get that series done. Mainly because we just want to get done with the series. It's taking up a lot of time, as well as there's been some lag due to Steam Remote Play on Pool Boy's end. So we're doing it in person to hopefully be better. Really trying to make those videos better. I've been editing those a lot. Those have honestly been where the most of my editing time is going because I enjoy Cuphead. Like, I enjoy Cuphead as a game, but I also really enjoy editing it for some reason. So I'm just trying to get good at it. Audio levels is definitely something that I am going to get better at. I know the last episode, there was a mutiny on the SS Briny Beard or whatever. I know, like, in the beginning, the little intro card that I did was very loud. It was very loud, especially considering everything else. The rest of the audio being quiet as well. So yeah, that's just been a little update about what's been going on in our lives and why the podcast has just been me this week, 2 weeks ago, and then last week, which was an emergency episode, which thankfully that it's funny. When I made that, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I almost just scrapped the whole thing because it was too short. It was like 40 minutes. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hold on to this one just in case. I don't know when or if I'm ever going to use it, but I'm gonna have it just in case. And thank God did I do that, because I got to that Sunday night. We had just finished. What did we do? Oh yeah, we were painting Ralph's new room, Ralph's new place, and we got done with that. And I was leaving their place. It was a Sunday night. I was left at like 12 or some shit, and I was like, fuck, I still have to record and edit a whole episode. And I did not want to do it. I really fucking didn't want to do it. I was willing to do it, and I was going to do it, but by God, that would have been the longest fucking night of my life. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time to call in the big guns and dip into the archive of the one archive video I've ever made. So thank God for that. That was a godsend. It was a fucking blessing. Yeah, another tangent aside. I apologize. Another tangent aside. That's the little update on our lives. I'll get into actually talking about stuff now and not be so rambly. Well, I'm gonna be rambly, so strap in. Especially what I wanted to talk about today. But anyway, another Weedman solo episode. It'll be around 30 minutes. Might go a little shorter, a little longer. I don't really know. With these shorter episodes, these more personal episodes, I try to be a little more loose with it because it's like a nice, just fun little chill. Just sit in my car, or I guess in this case, I'm sitting in my closet recording this. It's just a nice little chill scenario where I can just talk about literally whatever. And so I think with that, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the topic and not ramble on too much longer. So as you can see by the title, this week I wanted to talk about my passion for music and kind of why I'm passionate about it and what it is about the process of making it and studying it and everything about it. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that tonight. I know it's probably not everyone's thing. They don't want to hear some random guy's passion on the internet, but it's kind of all I have for tonight. Because again, Sunday late, it's a whole thing, busy. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that. So my passion for music is something that I want to say I've kind of always had. because I always really enjoyed music. Like, music was always something that I just really liked. It really made me feel good. You know what I mean? Um, and so ever since I was a kid, I'd really get into music and like dance and all that goofy shit. Um, and then as I got older, I mean, this is very typical, classic. Like, oh, I loved music my whole life, and then when I got into high school, I got bullied, and then I fucking listened to music more. No, I wasn't bullied. At least as far as I'm aware, I could have been and just completely fucking didn't realize it at the time. Anyway, then I got into high school and earlier adolescence, and it really played a big part of my life. It really provided the solace. Um, it really just it really gave me space. You know what I mean? It's like I knew I could always turn it on and listen to it, and I'd always feel better, and I'd always feel the emotion of the artists and all of that, and it would just really bring this solace and this peace to me that I don't think will ever go away, and honestly I hope it never goes away because that shit's phenomenal. Um, and so in high school, I really started to like music. I didn't love music yet until I started to make it, but I'll get into that. But in high school, I guess I could go over like what genres and people I listen to. Yeah, I could do that. So the earliest time that I had like a genuine like this is my genre, like this is the kind of music I listen to was probably in junior high and a little bit before, but primarily junior high. I was really into like techno and dubstep and Skrillex and Deadmau5 and fucking. I never really listened to Avicii too much. He was a little bit too house for me, at least from what I remember at the time. Um, but I would just listen to dubstep and techno, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm the dubstep kid." And that was, I mean, I still kind of listen to that stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I've always been like interested and fascinated by like the weird music. Like I like weird fucking music. I mean, obviously, like nothing too crazy. Like the majority of the stuff I listen to isn't too out there or too crazy. But like I'll listen to some like neoclassical dark wave or goth wave, whatever the fuck it is, and shit like that. Anyway, so it was all techno music and all of that. And then as I got a little bit older, I started to get more into rap. There's something about it. I like the flow of it. I like the more lyrical stuff of it, the emotion, all of that. I didn't listen to a lot of it though for the longest time, just because back then, a lot of the rap stuff was not good for a child to listen to, so I wasn't allowed. And I also just didn't really have an interest in it because I don't know. I didn't want to listen to too many songs about crime and women and money and success and all that. I wasn't really into it. You know what I mean? And I couldn't really connect with any of the other emotional stuff because I was a fucking child. But I did really like Antidote by Travis Scott. I will admit that is like the one song that I did not care what was in it. I would listen to it because, oh my God, that shit went so goddamn hard back in the day. And then as I got older into high school, it just kind of slowly progressed, and that was kind of the only thing I would listen to. I still listen to a lot of weird stuff. I did still listen to like dubstep and all that. But there was this one day in high school that I was on YouTube because I went to a charter school, so you were allowed to be on your phone and listen to music and all of that as long as you were still getting your work done. So I would always listen to music like almost the entire goddamn time I was there. Pull up, put my work down, turn my music on, and just do my fucking work. Anyway, there was this one day that I was just listening to music, doing my own thing. I was just scrolling through. Oh my God, I fucking forgot a crucial part of this. I listened to Nightcore religiously for a fucking long time. Yeah, after the dubstep phase, I went into a major, massive Nightcore phase, which for anyone that doesn't know what Nightcore is, lucky. No. So Nightcore is basically a sped up, pitched up version of a song. So it's like it's pretty well known by now, so I'm sure most of you do know what it is, but on the off chance anyone doesn't. Anyway, it's sped up and pitched up, and there's good ways of doing it and there's bad ways of doing it. And the problem with Nightcore is most people do it the bad way. However, there's a couple people that do it the right way, and oh my God, those songs hit back in the day. Something about that just got my like end of junior high, beginning of high school brain just fucking jumping because that shit went so hard. Anyway, back to the story. I was going through YouTube and I came across this one Nightcore of Let Me Die by Little Happy Little Sad, and I clicked on it and I liked it, and it took off from there. Because Let Me Die by Little Happy Little Sad is the emo rap genre. It's not really. It's kind of the epitome of it because it's fucking corny, but I love it so much. I don't know why. Anyway, I found that song, and ever since then, I found emo rap, the like underground. I mean, not really super underground. I mean, I do listen to some underground shit, but it's not like an underground genre. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I fell in love, absolutely in love with that, and just all of them, like obviously like Lil Peep and like Lil Tracy and fucking X and Juice and all of the like really popular mainstream ones, but I also really liked like Convolk and Garden, Bobby, uh, Nothing Nowhere was my favorite for a long time. I loved Nothing Nowhere, Brendan Savage, all the people in that scene. Um, and there was just something about it. I liked the vulnerability of it. You know what I mean? I liked the youth of it because it was all kids. It was all people like 17. It's like 17, if not younger. I think X was like, what was he, like 14 when he made "Look at Me"? Obviously, he wasn't like super emo rap, but still. So it's all just young 19, 18, 19, 20 somethings just fucking around and finding out. And by God, did they find out. And so I liked the youth of it, and it wasn't corporate at all. Like it wasn't mainstream. It wasn't sellouty. It wasn't ads and promotions and all of that. It was authentic. It was all very authentic music, and that's why I gravitated towards it because it was all very, very authentic, and it still kind of is. I don't really keep too much up in the scene anymore, just because I don't have time. I have other shit to do, unfortunately. Um, so I don't really keep up with anything new in the scene. Um, but it still does seem to be one of the more authentic music genres. Like there's still some people like Sad Eyes, um, Sad Eyes. I can't think of any others that are still being really authentic with their music and really putting their heart and soul in it. Oh God, Nine Tails or Sewer Person now. I still listen to his music fucking religiously. Like I was literally listening to Please Don't Leave Me or Don't Leave Me by him while setting up this recording in my closet, and I was vibing to it. I don't know what it is about Nine Tails. It's just very raw and very open and honest. You know, it's like you can tell. It's like I love music that is therapy to the artist. I don't know why. I just do. It's very personal, I guess. But if I can tell that an artist is using this platform, this medium, to feel better, that's what it's all about for me. There's nothing better than that. Just because I do like art forms. Like I love art. I really do. It's another one of my passions. That's why I like music so much. I haven't even fucking talked about making music yet. Oh, good lord. But yeah, I really love art and art forms. I think it's one of the many things that keep life beautiful and keep it sane and worth living, I guess. I don't know. Because there's beauty in everything. You just got to look for it. And so that's why I really like the just open and honest and the art form. The art. I love music that's art, and I love anything that's art. And that's part of the reason I love making music is because I can be myself. You know what I mean? I can literally do whatever the hell I want to do and just post it on the internet and just send it into oblivion and hope something happens. But it's like the process of it, of finding the beats or making the beats or the lyrics, coming up with them, and then recording it and vocalizing it and doing takes over and over and over until you get the right one, and all of that is just, it's so fulfilling to me. And the feeling there's two major distinct moments. There's other minor distinct moments, but the two major distinct moments that feel the absolute best out of anything I've ever felt is one, when you finish a song and it's great. When you think, okay, the thing I've been working on for so long that I know is good is finally finished. Let's listen to it for the first time all the way through complete. And the second time, which arguably to me is better than the first one, is when you're making something and you're working on a song and you hear a take you did and you realize it's going to be a good song. because not all songs work out. There's been a lot that I've gotten into and tried. Some didn't get past the writing phase. Some people didn't get past the first verse. Like, I got into recording it and realized this is not going to be a good song. So that feeling of when you're working on something and you can see and hear and feel that this is going somewhere, that is literally like one of the best feelings in the world for me. And I mean, obviously, there's other moments where you listen to a song like a couple weeks or a couple months later, and you're like, damn, I remember making that, or this is a lot better than I thought, because that happens honestly. There's been some songs that I made that I was like, this isn't good, and then I listen to them now and I'm like, this isn't that bad. Still wouldn't consider them good, but it's not as bad. That's a pretty good feeling too. It's also kind of hollow because it's like, damn, why couldn't I enjoy this in the moment? You know. Anyway, so those feelings are part of the reason I like making music. It's also just it's also fun. I just enjoy the process of it. It's just fun for me. I love having the finished product that I can listen to. It's like a little time capsule if you do it right. Because if you talk about your life and your emotions and all of that, what's on your mind, when you listen to it, you're listening to your thoughts in that time, and it's a really like nostalgic feeling almost. Like, there's a lot of songs that I listen back to. It's like I can remember the exact night or the exact time that I said that bar. You know what I mean? And how fun those times were, and how I was literally just some 19-year-old kid fucking around in my closet and on my computer in my room and just living life. Living life, not caring, just making music. That's all I cared about, was making music. That's all I wanted to do. It's all I thought about was just music. And my God, do I miss those times at moments. There's a lot I would do to go back to those days, but I know that I can't, and that I shouldn't, and that I need to move on, and that I need to focus on the good things here and now, and that I just need to let those times go, you know? And I know that's hard to do because, well, why would you want to let go of the moments you're happiest, you know? But it's like I keep having moments like that. And it's weird because, like, during those times, I was thinking, oh, I miss it in high school. I wish things were like how they were in high school. You know what I mean? And so it's like I look back at those times, and even though right now I wish I could go back to those times, during those times, I wish I could go back to even farther times. And it's just crazy to think that I didn't enjoy the moment, and I really wish that I did. And that I realized that I'm too much in my head all the time, and that I need to be more present and be in the here and the now with everything. And that I've kind of lost a lot of life because I was always living in the past. You know what I mean? And I don't really know why. That's always how I've been. That's how I've been since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I always think of, oh, what happened yesterday or what happened the week before. It's like things would always stick with me. I don't know why. So I always had a tendency just to kind of live in the past and fantasize the past and all that sort of stuff. And obviously I've gotten a hell of a lot better about that in recent times. Like, I'm actually really enjoying the moment and living right now. It's like I'm enjoying living, which is kind of a weird thing to say because I feel like a lot of people don't really like presently enjoy being alive. You know what I mean? Like, they enjoy the things in their lives and the things that they do, but I don't think a lot of people, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a lot of people don't just kind of relish in the fact that they're alive, they're breathing, they live to see another day. You know what I mean? I just feel like a lot of people kind of miss out on that, and it's understandable, and I'm guilty of it too, horrendously. But yeah, I don't know. Things would always just stick with me, so I always had a tendency to live in the past. And I've been really working on moving past that and living in the present. I've really been enjoying my life right now. All right, so tangent aside, I loved making music. I loved the creative process of it. Even though I love any sort of creative process, like any sort of creative shit, please invite me. I love things and making my own stuff. But the creative process for making music was specifically so much fun to me, and I loved it so much. And I'm still going to keep doing it. I'm not giving up on it. I just don't have fucking time right now to do a whole lot of much. Or a whole lot of anything, like, extra. You know what I mean? I'm going to I'm gonna get back to music. I really fucking will, and I'm gonna give it my all and my hardest, just because I enjoy doing it. Even if I never make money from it or ever get one single person to listen to my music, I'm still gonna make it because I love those feelings, and it's just so good to me and so therapeutic and so rewarding to me. So that's my main passion. Just music and all, everything about it, and even listening to it, I love it. I touched on it a little bit earlier, but when I listen to music, things are better. I mean, obviously that was more so back in the day because now I'm, like I said, more enjoying the present. Music makes the present even better because I was like, oh, hey, this is fun, this is a bop. You know what I mean? Or, oh, this still makes me feel something. Or, oh, this artist put a lot of soul and time into it. But it's like, I like feel music physically. Like obviously not like sensorily, not like sensorily physically. Like I don't feel it like on my skin or whatever. I feel it in like my bones. I don't really know. It's not a physical thing. It's a mental thing. But it's like, have you guys ever seen those houses? There's always that one house in your neighborhood during Christmas time that everything is decked out. It's got a bunch of shit in the yard, and it's timed to music, and they do like flashes to show the songs. That's what my body feels like when I listen to music. You know what I mean? It's like everything's just kind of lighting up and bursting, and there's a bunch of energy, and I feel it in my bones. By the way, sorry if you hear my cat purring. She's been in my closet with me this entire time. Because she doesn't leave my side. So if you hear her purring, I do kind of apologize. So yeah, I apologize for that. I can't really think of much else I could touch on about my music passion. I mean, I've studied it a lot. Not really like structures and notes and all that. I've studied the songs that I listen to, and whenever I listen to songs, I always kind of try to break it down a little bit. Like, I'll be like, okay, well, they used this drum pattern or this beat or this melody, and this is why it works and why it sounds good. Or like, a lot of times I'll deconstruct rappers' bar style or bar form structure. Sorry, their rapping structure. And like, oh, hey, this rhymes with this rhymes with that. This means this means that. These are connected in this way. Those aren't because of this, and all of that nerdy shit. So I just love studying music and really breaking it down and understanding why it works and why it's good. Another thing, really quick. This will be my last point, I swear. Another reason I really like and love making music is because it gives you so much more of an appreciation for music. Because since you've tried to make it and you know what it takes to make a bad song, you know a little bit more about how hard it would be to make a good song. So like you can really appreciate how much work these people put into these songs, because like I could never do that. And so it gives you a massive appreciation for music. All right, well, I think with that, I am coming up on the 30-minute mark. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, another solo episode of just me, Weedman. Like I said, the boys will be back. I promise. At some point, they will be back. We will all be reunited under one roof, and we will have a goddamn blast. Next Monday, it should be an episode of me and Poolboy. Like I said, I'm going over to his house to record a bunch of Cuphead, so I'm going to make sure that we record at least one podcast episode, so that way it won't be just me again. Which, I mean, you guys could be liking this. I don't know. If you guys are liking this, please let me know in the comments. I'd really fucking appreciate that. If you just let me know, like, hey, I listened to everything, or hey, I like this, or, feedback is so nice because it tells us what we're doing wrong and what we can do better and what we need to do better. So if you have any sort of feedback, please, please. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining me on this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Come back next Monday at 12 for another podcast episode. Come back this Friday at 12 p.m. for another Cuphead video. Me and Poolboy, we are playing Cuphead on expert mode. And he's never played the game at all. So it's been real fun teaching him and carrying him through the entire game. So Friday at 12 for those. Next Monday at 12 for another podcast episode. Thank you guys so much for joining and tuning in. Leave a like and a comment and follow us on Twitter and TikTok, and everything else should be in our About page on our channel. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you back next Monday at 12 p.m. And remember that just like this podcast, depression is just a session, and it too soon shall pass. So you guys have a good week, and we will see you back here next Monday at 12. Goodbye.